So it's the Thunder, regardless of Levine's status. I think if you want to try to time this right, um, if you see Levine's ruled out, you just take the Thunder at that point because the line will move towards them. If Levine's in, the line probably goes up to 3 or 4. And then at that point, I would just take the Thunder then. So you just kind of wait to see if you can get the best number based on the Levine news. But even if Levine comes back, I think the Bulls are a bad team that is legitimately in jeopardy of missing the playoffs. So I'll try to say this as nicely as possible, but the Bulls have a lot of bad players in their rotation right now. And the reason for it is that Lonzo Ball and Alex Caruso are out. Caruso, I mean, I think people know that Caruso's good, but they don't really understand how good. This guy's the best defensive player in the NBA, maybe excluding centers. You probably have to put them at Gobert's in his own category. But among perimeter defenders, Caruso's the best. I don't think it's especially close. And Lonzo Ball is a good defender. And without those guys, I don't think the Bulls can really guard anyone. Levine doesn't help that. Like I said before, he doesn't play much defense. This team is going to struggle, and they're on a back-to-back. They just played the Magic last night. So I actually think the Thunder win this game regardless of Levine playing or not.
Nick, who covers? You have 8 teams to choose from.
Yeah, I was looking at the Thunder for this one, but I ultimately landed on the Pacers when I wrote it up for the DraftKings Playbook side of DK Nation. The Pacers were actually +2, I believe, at that point, but they're +3 right now going up against the Pelicans. And worst case scenario tonight, they don't have Karis LeVert again, which has been the case. I'm operating under that impression, of course, with him being questionable. The Pelicans have done well as home favorites this season. They're 4-11 against the spread in those situations. But again, they're without Brandon Ingram tonight, and they are 3-6 against the spread in those situations. And the one time that the Pelicans have been home favorites that they didn't cover this season was the only time that they were favorites without Brandon Ingram. It was actually against the Thunder too. Now that was back in November, but still the Pacers have been covering in the last 2 games, the last 2 times that they've been without their top 4 guys, and they even managed to beat the Warriors too in that type of situation. So I like the Pacers to cover in this one.